Welcome back to PresCo. I'm the Business Pres, and today we're looking at the daily trend. Got a lot to look at. I have gone over a lot of charts. I've studied the market, and if you want to know what I found, smash the like. Let's get straight into it. Straight into the juicy shots. So what do I want to point out first? It's the Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, we're on support, but if we break support, it's going to be altcoin season. And while I was watching the charts, alright, we bounced off it before, and we were coming up, alright? And Bitcoin was losing value compared to the dollar. Altcoins were losing value faster, okay? But then as soon as we peaked out here, Bitcoin started going up and altcoins started going up much, much faster. Now, this is just a small swing. I mean, this is just a small swing in the grand scheme of things. This is on the 4-hour chart. But it's interesting to me how this moves and the rest of the market moves. So, man, I'm waiting for that support to break. Finally going to get the altcoin season that we've been waiting for. But if that doesn't happen and we start to push up, the game plan's got to change. I'll probably be taking my capital out of most of these positions. So it's interesting. It's interesting. It could swing either way. It could swing up, it could swing down. We don't know yet. Yeah, so let's have a look at some charts. All right, we've got Bitcoin. Zoom out. Okay, this is most of the market. Most of the market's in this downtrend. But on our indicators, we are breaking out of resistance. Doesn't mean anything until we're above the 50. Right now we're at the 40. All right, we're still under the zero on the MACD. I found this other indicator. It's kind of using the RSI the way I'm using it. It's got a middle point. Anything above it, we're bullish. Anything below it, we're bearish. Okay, it's interesting. It's interesting. But stochastic's being oversold on this bottom. And we're starting to make somewhat of a divergence. Not huge. Might go to the other chart so we can see a bit better. The less lines, the better. Okay. We've got this divergence in the RSI. Okay. Oh, did we tag red? No. Oh, it's on the 4-hour anyway. Zoom out. This is the daily trend. And we're watching the daily trend. Okay, and what I like to do as a trader is go within the daily trend to the 4-hour. Okay, and that's, you can see a lot on the 4-hour chart. But as a hodler, as an investor, zoom out even more, it's interesting what we can see. Okay, we're still not done with this bearish move. And until we pick up, we're not going to get any bullish price action. And even if we break out of this resistance, there's still a few levels of resistance above us. Okay? By this stage, we should have had the blow off top. I'm still waiting for it. Now I'm still anticipating volatility. And whether we get the blow off top, that's just crazy, or not, I am still following through with my game plan. Okay? I'm going to start de-risking now. How do I de-risk? I'm putting money into safe DeFi projects or my trading account. Now, the difference between my trading account and hodling is I've been all in. I've been all in the cryptos, and I've been wearing these 50% downturns. Why? Why? Okay, I've been hodling since back here. All right, it's pretty clear that this is why. But no one wants to eat 50% bearish moves. Okay, so we'll just have to see. I'm expecting this support to hold, and I'm expecting us to get a bounce. But whether we just bounce to here and then continue down and start a bearish range with lower highs onto this support level, which we inevitably capitulate through, man, I don't know. I don't know what's about to happen. So we could set stop losses here, but I'm looking at proactively taking out at tops. Okay, I'm mostly out of Bitcoin, but I've been buying altcoins that have been doing the same thing. So, I mean, well, let's go through the charts, because not everything is doom and gloom. Not everything is doom and gloom. So we've got Bitcoin, we've got Ethereum, okay, doing the same thing. We're still looking for support. Okay, we broke this wedge. We're retesting it now. This could be a bearish retest, or we could break out. Either or. But if we zoom out, what can we see? Oversold. We're now going into the negative territory, which means these bearish moves can happen a lot faster. I mean, they can, but they don't have to. But either way, we're kind of nearing support, so I expect a bounce anyway. A relief bounce to at least take some profits as we get up a bit higher. Let's see the indicators, what they're doing. If we're looking bearish, if we're looking doom and gloom, yeah, I don't know. I just get a weird feeling that we're not going to get the blow off top. But at the same time, I want to be exposed if we do. XRP is hugging the bottom of this channel. If we break back into it, great. But what I'm saying is everything's still under this 50. And we're not going to have bullish momentum until we're above the 50. Now, you've seen there, the XRP is very close, MACD is very close, and the stochastic is no longer oversold. So I've been buying these levels, anticipating the move up. Okay, now as we go through some altcoins, you can see we're still under the 50. Stellar hasn't really dropped off a lot. I mean, here's my position here. I don't know if you can see it. I mean, I've been buying all the way up. I haven't really been selling, but I've been dollar cost averaging into these lows, because XLM is one of those big plays. XLM and XRP, they're not like the other altcoins. They're going to be facilitating payments. They're going to be the leaders of the fourth industrial revolution. So everything else I'm treating differently, but I am stacking Stellar and XRP. As well as Songbird, we're flat. I've been trying to buy in this 19 cents. Anything under 20 cents would be great. But look, what Jupiter Crypto's taught me is don't buy the farm tokens. Farm the farm tokens. Okay, but I missed my chance to get Songbird into Canary dollars. Now I'm waiting for at least a bit of a bounce. Now, when we're down this low, this little bounce here is 40%, that's huge. Okay, so I might just have to go away from the macro on the Songbird and just swing trade to accumulate these dollars. Okay, Harmony 1 looks like we're finally topping out now, and this has been on a tear. This has been on a tear, and as we can see, we're above the 50 here. We're above the 0 on the MACD, and obviously we lead to bullishness. Okay, we seem to be topping out now. No real bearish divergence, but we've got the resistance on the RSI, stochastics coming down. If we zoom in from a trader perspective, okay, we might find support on this previous high or on this previous low. But as we start to break structure, I will start to sell off. That is not yet. That is not yet. Okay, because DeFi Kingdoms is blowing up. And that's another move I might make. I might unstake my DeFi Kingdoms dual token, because I've got a fair few rewards built up right now. So if I unstake it and claim the rewards and I put it back in straight away, then I'm left with the dual tokens that I've mined, and I'm probably going to sell them, put them into my Bybit trading account. So like I said, I don't know about this Hodl stuff anymore. I've been reading the charts and I'm starting to see the pivot points where we turn bearish, where we turn bullish. And I just want to be in a bullish trend, and I want to be out of the bearish trend. So I'm trying to distinguish which is which. And anything over the 50 RSI is bullish. So when we pull back to it and we get a lift up, this is a fairly big pullback. And this is where I first started buying right here. So technically, I haven't made much money on Harmony. It's been 20%. However, I swapped ETH into Harmony down here, and ETH has gone down and Harmony's gone up. So I've made a great swing, nearly double my money. And it's been locked away, earning me Joule. And when I was getting Joule, it was at $8. I've made no trades, apart from selling ETH for one and staking it. So I've done pretty well. Okay, VeChain. Seller. Woohoo! Seller is looking pretty good. Okay, Seller is in the middle of this range. We just come oversold and we got a bounce. Okay, we're above the moving averages. We're kind of above the 50. We're in neutral territory. Okay, so now we can look at the trend and the pattern. Okay, break this bearish trend, we're now trading sideways. If we zoom in anymore, yeah, we're just pretty much sideways. Okay, so then we zoom out, what are we likely to expect? Oh, well, the MACD is about to cross into positive territory, which means we could get a breakout and continuation. Very interesting. VeChain's just very steady. Okay, after this big 50% sell-off, we've been going sideways, we've been following this resistance line. We could be flipping it bullish as support. So it's not green yet, but it's not bearish yet. Okay, and as soon as we break above the 0, break above the 50, I can expect VeChain to push up into these regions. Push up to the 618, where the resistance is. Energy Web has been an oscillator. It's been volatile to say the least. So we've got the middle of this range. Whenever we pop up, we come straight back down, and we can see that in the indicators. Now this move here, we break below support. I'm watching it closely. If we break up here, then we're all good. But if we start to act as if we're going to come down, I'm going to be taking some money out, because that's a 30-40% dip that I don't want to be a part of. So I do have some EWT. It is a micro cap, and these swings are huge. But I'm getting to the point where I don't want to hodl these things anymore. I don't want to sit through and be like, all right, cool, let's take 20% off here, and then 80% of my position gets demolished. So that's why I've now got so many different things to look at. And the question is asked, where should my money be? Should it be in something stable, like a stable coin, which I can use as my capital to leverage trade against and win more stable coins? Maybe, maybe not. Wow, guys, wow. Cardano is actually looking pretty good. Okay, now I've been saying this for a while, and I got played. This little wedge back here, break down, that's when I should have got out. But me, foolishly, been holding on to this. And it's like, why? Well, if we break out of this resistance line and we start to look good, well, then this is going to be quite a big move. Bit of resistance at the moving average, but that's a 30% swing from these lows, and it's double your money back to the top. Am I expecting ADA to push through again and break out of all-time highs? I'm actually not expecting that anymore. Been holding ADA since 20 cents. It got over $4. Well and truly made my money on ADA. But as of right now, there could be a decent swing trend in play. Okay, we've actually got above the 21 moving average. And if we break past this 50, I don't know why it's a different color, it's a really old chart. If we break past this 50, which looks like we could, got a few bullish engulfing candles, and we seem to be just crossing the 50 moving average, which has also got a downtrend resistance. If we break up out of this, the MACD goes into positive territory. You can see some serious moves from Cardano, and it's about bloody time. Okay, the stochastic is oversold. I wouldn't be buying into these levels, never buy into resistance. This is the beauty of proactive, right? We hit the 50 there. All right, where's the MACD? It's not positive. Okay, it's got a big swing. You can see that in the histogram. But the stochastic, which is my newest indicator, my confirmation indicator, it's oversold. Oversold, and we come down. So what's that telling me? That's telling me to get out here. Okay, save yourself 25%. And then it crosses back up. And then the MACD crosses up. We don't really see a lot on the RSI, but I tell you what, if we zoom in on this thing, yeah, okay, so we're flat, we broke the 50 right there. Okay, we broke the 50 and retested it right there. And what has that done? It's giving us a nice bullish candle and then a pullback. This pullback is what we should be buying. Okay, this is proactive. Yeah, we can play the breakout, but we're at resistance and the move has kind of already been made. Bit different if it's going to be volatile. Okay, we're overdue for some volatility. So if Cardano can break out with some volume and some momentum, which it's very near, guys, a lot of these things are very close to the 50 RSI and the 0 MACD. If we get a juicy pump, we're bullish again. The way I say it, we've gone from bearish to sideways. So if we get any real support and some momentum, we could see some big moves here. Now, when we broke out here, I was saying the similar thing, because we broke out the 50 RSI, but what happened? The MACD got rejected and we were heavily oversold. See why I've got a confirmation indicator now? This not only could have saved me 50% of my position, but it could have saved me 2 months. 2 months of bearishness. Okay? So that is what I've gone over. Always learning in a bearish trend. So that's I don't like to see my wealth shrink, but I've also got to learn how to play the game right. Someone pointed out something very interesting, right? Doctors, they go to school 4 years plus, all right? You can do any profession. It takes a certain amount of learning. Now, I've been in this game 18 months, and I'm just starting to get to the level where I'm confident that I can trade, swing trade, with leverage. I'm getting there. And the way I'm going to do that is by zooming out, looking at these charts, looking at the opportunity here. See, we're flat and we're crossing back up. We're coming from oversold into overbought. And if the RSI breaks above that 50, this is a 3-day chart. All right, and there is plenty of opportunities on a 3-day chart. We don't always need to zoom in. Cardano is finally looking bullish. Can we see this anywhere else? We actually can. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so H bar has been teasing. It's been teasing. Okay. If we get rejected from here, we could come down to this level, maybe even more. But 25% to the downside. So I wouldn't be buying into these levels. Okay, yeah, we're oversold, but we could stay oversold for a while. Okay, we want these things to give us signals to tell us to get in or out. Okay, much like this signal here, a big run up and a big run down. Okay, we've seen the MACD cross. The RSI is already on the way down. Stochastic's oversold. Stochastic even gives us earlier than the RSI. So stochastic first, RSI second, MACD third. By then we should know, hey, to get out here. Okay. Now I was looking at this thing on this trend line, which was great. But I bought into resistance, we flicked up once, and then I held it all the way down. Why did I hold it all the way down? Because I didn't know any better. And now I'm starting to know better. This trend line broke, it got retested twice, and then we smashed out. At least have a stop loss somewhere. The thing about stop losses is usually they're in a buy zone. So it's difficult. To be a proactive trader, it's a little bit difficult because you can get it wrong. Okay, and we don't want to be proactive in a sense of, hey, I believe that this is going to happen, so I'm going to do this. We want to be proactive in a sense of, the chart's telling me this, it's up to me to listen and make the move early, or to wait for confirmation, but the longer we wait, the less opportunity we have. Alright, I'm still there. Sweet. How long? Long enough. Alright, let's bash through the rest of them. Algorand, again, getting support, looking to break the 50, which is represented by the moving averages. And I will definitely be taking profits up here. Okay? Even if we do break out, I can swing trade Algorand. But there's a lot of venture capitalists that want to take profits, so can't beat them, join them. Singularity Net, I'm probably going to get out of this. It's not looking good. I had my chance to get out before. It doesn't look like we're going to hold and push up to these levels and give me the opportunity to get out. Again, I just shouldn't have held. I was selling all the way up, which was great, but I bought back in and then we dipped below support and I didn't get out. I didn't get out. Even on this giant wick, I didn't get out because I wasn't watching it. Alright, foolish. Foolish. And again, we're under that 50. See, we just get rejected every time. So there's good swing trades. When we get rejected, we could short or we could long. Still 10%. Each one of these swings is 10%, which is huge. You know, if you put 5x leverage on that and you're betting $100, you win $50 every single time within a couple days. You know, these are some of the opportunities out there. And I'm thinking to myself, why not? Why not? Okay. Veracity, been looking at Veracity. I actually got in here pre-breakout. Okay. And I took my profits as we were coming down. And I'm just about re-entered. Okay, now this is leverage, this isn't hodling. We've got a stop loss. It's only a small position, but look at this. We're above the 50 and now we're on it for support. Same with the MACD and stochastic. If it comes down here, we're going to get supported by the blue moving average, which is the 50. That's the one we want to be at. So we could have another push up. Okay, polka dot. Polka dot to me looks interesting. It looks interesting. It looks like we're going to beat. Well, actually, we're getting rejected. We're getting a bit of a wick there. But if we can flip these moving averages, guess where we'll be? We'll be in positive territory. And after hitting a target, coming down, finding a bottom, a support in the middle of the range, forming a double bottom, polka dot looks good. Polka dot looks good. Okay, Shiba. I am now interested again in Shiba. Look where we are. Okay, look where we are. Okay, we're right back to where we started. These things can just sell off massively, you know. Profits are taken, a double top. We're not making higher highs. Profits are taken, and shorts come in. People make money on the way down. Hey, I bet Shiba is going to go lower, and I would have won my bet by 50%. Okay, these are things I got to be aware of. Okay, Matic. Let me give you an example of something bullish, even while everything else has been bearish. Look where we are. Okay, we're above the 50 RSI. This should be green. This should be colored in. We're above the 50 RSI. Okay, and every time we've gone up, okay, there has been some juicy profits to be had. This is a double top here. Okay, double top. We get crossed down on the RSI. We're already losing momentum on the stochastic. But what happens? We're in a bull market. We get supported. We get supported by the 50 moving average. We make a double bottom in the RSI. We start to break up. We pass the 50. What has the MACD done? It's sitting on 0. Which any push up from here is going to be a big move. Okay? And there was our entry. The stochastic gave us our entry. It made a double bottom and it started pushing up before everything else. Okay? So it's kind of guidance as well as confirmation. Looking at everything as the big picture, okay? That way, if I want, I'll say, whoa, we're oversold, we're coming back down to the zero, the RSI is reacting to these levels. Then let's zoom in, let's pick a bottom. Do we get it? We get one here, bang, then we're up. There's a lot going on here, and I know I'm just trying to explain my point. And this is why I don't really look at the 4 hour too much, because that's messy as hell. But if we zoom out, it's pretty easy to see that we're in an uptrend. We're in an uptrend. Okay. Now if we stay in the uptrend, every time we come near this line or near the 50 or into the 40 zone, MACD crosses up, stochastic goes to oversold, and we get a swing trade. Okay, so if you hold Matic, you're up double your money. But if you're swing trading Matic, okay, there's a 50% move. There's a 40% move. And there's another one. Plus, you're keeping all your profits because you get in, you get out. That's what I'm learning, okay? So I'm going away from hodling and going into swing trading now that I've done some studies. Chainlink looks interesting. Okay, broke out of the 50. Right now we're retesting it. If the stock comes down and flicks back up, and the MACDs are hovering on the zero and flicks back up, I mean, this will be a good swing position too. But right now I got out here because I'm just worried. I'm worried about Chainlink. Elliott waves, we've had at least 3 waves. We've got one there, got one there, we've got one here. So if we Chainlink, I'm actually preparing for that A, B, C, D correction and the bear market. Look at this, okay? For 2 years, we've been in a bull market. And that's plenty of time. That's why we're near the end. Okay? We haven't seen the blow off top in Bitcoin. We haven't seen altcoin season. But there are 10,000 assets in the crypto space. They're not all going to do the same thing at once. Chainlink was one of the early ones. It was actually the first one I lost my money in. I've learned so much from Chainlink. So much from Chainlink. Alright, it's crazy. But I don't think it's going to be pushing up much higher. If it does, great. So I'm staking it. But if not, it's to be expected. NIA has been phenomenally bullish. Absolutely phenomenally bullish. Okay, we can see the MACD's just been in positive territory, even on the pullbacks. But see, this pullback was bigger than this up move. But because we're over the zero, the up move's bigger than the pullback. You see what I mean? Okay, there's been plenty of swing trades on NIA, and it looks like we're topping out now. So never buy up this high, never buy into resistance. We sell resistance, we sell oversold, we sell parabolic moves like this. But there's likely a chance that it's going to form a bottom and push up again. Okay, Litecoin, why am I on the 1 hour? Litecoin's oscillating, okay? If looks like it's about to get rejected. But Litecoin's another one that can get moving. Like I said, I'm going to look at a lot of different positions. DeFi play looks good. DeFi is coming up to this 50. It looks like the MACD is going to come up. Why? Because the stochastic is oversold. If the stochastic was overbought right now, I'd be like, oh, we're about to get rejected. But this looks like we're about to get a breakout. Okay, we've got some bullish engulfing candles here. Momentum's pointing up. We're on support. We've only been bearish for the longest time. This is a one wave. This is a one wave pullback. Now we're sideways. We're in this range. Like, even just to push up to the top of this range is double your money. Are we going to go out and have another parabolic breakout? I don't know, because Uniswap is inflationary. I'm not sitting here hodling and hoping for the parabolic blow off top anymore. I'm actually deleveraging into a trading account where I can play these moves. That's why I'm looking at everything. Okay, Cosmos, very similar. We're at resistance. If we get a pullback and we can find some support, I might go along from these areas. Okay, MACD come down, swing back up. We get supported by the 50, swing back up. Stochastic comes into oversold. We could see a swing trade. Alright, and just quickly go through the rest here. Zilliqa, we're on the bottom, we're coming up. Mana, I don't know about this one. We could see some more bearishness. I mean, you're seeing Shiba, but there's a lot of people buying Mana, not a lot of people buying Shiba. What can you do with Shiba? I don't really know. But what can you do with Mana? You can buy real estate in the virtual world. You can run ads on that real estate in the virtual world, and there is many venture capitalists, including Grayscale, that buy this thing. It's interesting. It's interesting. The metaverse. This is a metaverse play. FTX, bullish. Okay, this is what we're all waiting on. It's what we're all waiting on. You see this? It broke, retested, and pushed past the 50. Now we're getting into oversold. The MACD looks like it's about to cross up. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be watching this. I'm not going to be buying it. I'm not going to be FOMOing into the rally. But this is a clear double bottom with a neckline. And if we come back down, we're going to get supported by the 50, which is resembled by this 50, by the 0 on the MACD. So if we come down and find support, I'm going to be leveraged long on FTX. And that's how I'm going to be playing it. Let's save that. Axie Infinity, again, another metaverse play. We're just waiting for a break, waiting for a breakout. This is way too bearish. Okay, there's no real reason. I mean, the Axie game sucks. Come on, the Axie game sucks. Elrond, I have not played Elrond right up until about here. I doubled my money. Okay, I had a bit of leverage, but I mean, the first play on Elrond was amazing. I bought this pullback at 30 bucks. Okay, and look, we're over the 50, we pulled back to the 50. Stoke was oversold. I bought the dip at 30 bucks, and then look what it did next. It just went huge. $8x. I mean, I was holding Elrond, Luna, Matic, everything was going disgracefully bullish. Okay, and then I decided to margin here and didn't make any moves. Got liquidated here. Alright, so been in the game for a while, I've made some bloody foolish moves. And it's been essential. It's been essential for my learning, for my knowledge. So now I can say, hey, this is going to work or this is not going to work, you know? Aave, again, the DeFi play. This could be bullish. You know, we break out here. MACD's already tried to come above it. We're getting supported and we can push up, you know? We can definitely push up to these levels. Definitely push up to these levels. Aave is making some big changes. Graph, this has done nothing but sell off since its first pump. So these are things that we can look at. These are things that we can look at. Alright. Leverage trade is 2x. Alright, a $10 position, 5x, that's essentially $50. You've risked $10, but this $50 position, because you're on 5x, has tripled. You've turned $10 into $150. That's the power of leverage trading. Now, if I've got more money to have all these options available, why am I just holding it? Especially through bear markets. So I'm picking my entries and my exits a lot better. I'm still looking at the daily trend, but I'm going to be playing within that daily trend to get the most amount of money possible. Because guys, we're nearing the bull run. We can't hodl this thing forever. We're about to enter a bear market, and it's going to be multi-year, 80 to 90% obliteration. Most of these cryptos ain't coming back. Got to be careful. In case you didn't already know, you got to be careful. 50% is all too common, but we haven't seen 80% yet. We have not seen 80% yet. All right, a quick look at everything before I wrap it up. Okay, the Bitcoin dominance, we're bouncing. If we come up, we can bleed. If we come down, we've got altcoin season. That's great. Okay, what are the likelihood of that happening? 10 years of just going ballistic. It's another reason why we might not get it, because cash is now becoming safe. With the rates rising, the yields are up. I mean, people are starting to get money on cash now. Never got that before. What are you getting for your savings? 1%? The Dixie breakdown. This is good. This is good for us. Means people are coming out of the dollar, putting it into assets, hopefully, like Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market. The volatility index, we're getting rejected by this trend line. That's exactly what we want. When we had this massive spike before, that was like the top. Everything crashed 50%. Right now, we're low. We're low and sideways. It gives us room to move. Okay? The stocks aren't looking too crash hot, man. But a big wick. Dow Jones broke up from this W. If we get supported and we push up, then yeah, great, cool. Okay? Everything else, we're getting bearish divergence, we're making lower highs. Could be the end. Could be the end. Alright guys, this has gone on far enough. Thanks for sticking to the end. Really appreciate it. I haven't gone through all these, but do you know what I will be doing? I will be making daily videos again. So sorry, I had a bit of an extended break over the holidays. Pretty much at the worst time too. But there's always opportunity in crypto. I mean, you see Matic. I didn't even show you Curve. There's 3 coins that have been bullish in a bear market. There's always opportunity. The questions I have, why am I holding on to these things? If they're not going to at least give me a return, like DeFi Kingdoms, I've made $200 just by holding it going sideways. So like, there's a lot of opportunities. It's time for me to explore the opportunities rather than just being a hodler moon boy. It's cost me more than anything. But shout out to Jupiter Crypto for teaching me so much. I'm in the Discord and you could be too. Speaking of Discord, I might be making one. Alright, guys, smash like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much. See you in the next one. Bye.